Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our fifth segment on the pyramids of Egypt. And this is a very interesting description of the pyramids as houses for the eternal life. I did visited the pyramids once, and actually with my mother once, and she rode on camels around the pyramids. On the largest pyramid, you can actually go inside. It's called the Grand Galley. In the largest pyramid, you can walk inside to the geometric center of the pyramid up to the point where the pharaoh was actually buried. And it takes about, I would say, maybe 45 minutes to climb up this on these steps up to this geometric center of the pyramid. um, and it was about like 6 or 7 feet wide, and you had to lean down a little bit because the ceiling was only about, say, 5 or 6 feet, and you were going up with a on the right hand side, and people were coming down, and you were always asking, well, what's going to be up at the top? And it ends up being just a room about maybe 10 feet by 12 feet or so wide with a burial site right in the middle. So that was pretty interesting to experience that. They say there's a lot of very good energy in the center of a pyramid. People say that they have sharpened razor blades there, but who knows? Um, okay, so let's read some aloud. And our procedure is, as you know by now, is I'll be reading the sentence out loud, and Daniela, our guest, will be repeating after me. And please read with her so you get a sense of the flow of the sentences and the sound, and then I'll ask her individual questions about the structure and the grammar of the sentence, and try to imagine in your mind what the answers are, and that way we can uh, decode the sentence and deconstruct it a little bit together, and then you probably can be able to guess at the translation, the proper translation. Okay, so here we go. Pyramiden waren Häuser für das ewige Leben. Everybody?
Pyramiden waren Häuser für das ewige Leben,
Denn die Ägypter waren fest davon überzeugt,
denn die Ägypter waren fest davon überzeugt,
dass der Tote ins Jenseits kommt.
dass der Tote ins Jenseits kommt.
Okay, where's the verb in the beginning? Let's see if you can.
Waren?
Good, and let's see if you can see my. Can you see my marker here, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so they were, and obviously the subject is the pyramids were, and then this is just simply a predicate noun, houses. And then den is always translated for to give the reason. And where's the verb there?
Waren überzeugt.
And when I ask for the verb, I mean the verb full complex, as you translated, as you indicated correctly. They were convinced, okay? And then das introduces a subordinate clause. Where's the verb in that one?
Kommt.
Kommt. And where's the subject?
Der Tote.
Der Tote. What's in's a contraction for?
In das.
I mean, what our system is to put a box around the verb or the verb complex, underline the subject, and this is a in das, and so this is a directional accusative into the afterlife or into that which is beyond. Okay, jenseits as opposed to diesseits. Diesseits is on this side, jenseits is on the other side. Okay, I think we're all set. You want to translate?
Pyramids were houses for the eternal life, for the Egyptians were solidly convinced about that the dead person comes into the afterlife.
Good. Sort of a present tense here, almost like historical present in that sense. And davon is one of those da words which either refers back to something or anticipates something that's going to be that will follow. So we're we're solidly convinced about that. About what, you ask in your mind? And then the answer is given here that the dead person comes into the afterlife. Okay, let's do the next sentence. Dort bei den Göttern sehe das Leben nicht anders aus. Everybody.
Dort bei den Göttern sehe das Leben nicht anders aus.
Als bei den sterblichen Menschen.
Als bei den sterblichen Menschen.
So where's the verb complex there?
Sehe aus.
Good, sehe aus. Now this is third person singular because this is your subject, the life. Sehe aus, correctly identified here. Aus is a separate prefix. So Sehen is just means to see, but see out, aussehen means to appear, how something looks to the outside or appears. And so, and what mood is this? Sehe aus, Daniela?
Subjunctive.
Subjunctive. So this is indicating that this is not 100% fact, but just a sort of a supposition or hypothetical, which German and French would use then the subjunctive to indicate that. Okay, in the case of the gods, so with the gods, um, life does not appear different as in the case of the immortal humans. You want to do the whole sentence?
Sure. There, with the gods, life does not appear different than with mortal humans.
Yeah, right, exactly. And Dort refers back to obviously in this beyond stage, this the 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 afterlife or the that which is beyond. Good. Okay, great. Let's read the next one. Damit es dem Toten im Jenseits an nichts fehlte. Everybody.
Damit es dem Toten im Jenseits an nichts fehlte,
Musste er durch die Angehörigen mit Lebensmitteln versorgt werden.
musste er durch die Angehörigen mit Lebensmitteln versorgt werden.
This is an amazing sentence. Okay, so where's the main verb of this? So, and when I ask that, you're at the same time identifying where the main clause is versus the subordinate clause. The main verb would be?
Musste versorgt werden.
Exactly, yeah, musste versorgt werden. So he had to be provided. So I'm saying he because this is the subject, but he had to be provided. Now, the reason that Daniela correctly chose this is that damit introduces a subordinate clause in order that nothing, and fehlte is missing, past tense, so that in order that nothing was missing, nothing is a subject. Dem Toten, to the dead person. This is not plural, but this is singular. This is actually one of those end nouns where you have a en ending in the genitive, dative, and accusative cases for masculine nouns that have their plural ending in n or en. Okay. Okay. So you want to translate that one?
Sure. In order that in the afterlife nothing was lacking for the dead person, he had to be provided with food by his relatives.
Good. Angehörigen are those who are related to him, obviously. Those and his relatives is a nice translation of that. So he had to be provided with food by his relatives. Next one. Weil man aber nicht täglich Speisen ans Grab bringen konnte. Everybody?
Weil man aber nicht täglich Speisen ans Grab bringen konnte,
ließ man sie an die Wände des Grabes malen.
ließ man sie an die Wände des Grabes malen.
So we can't take food every day to the grave, right? I mean, that would take a lot of work and be very difficult and very costly. So they just had to paint these pictures of food painted on the walls, essentially. So let's take a look at the verb complex. Where's the main verb and then the main clause, first of all?
The main clause is the part of the sentence after the comma. So the main verb would be ließ malen.
Ließ malen. Okay, so here we get another example of some construction with lassen, which means to have something done or have something done by someone else. So literally, one allowed to be painted or one had something painted. And sie, this is the direct object. One had them, i.e. Food, painted onto the walls of the grave. Okay. Weil, where's the verb of this subordinate clause?
Bringen konnte.
Yeah, and it's a subordinate clause because the verb is at the end, and notice that the helping verb always is reversed with the main verb. He was, one was able to bring, and one was, however, not able to bring food. Ans is a contraction for andas, so into the grave, and täglich is an adverb, daily. So there are a lot of elements in this sentence that you really have to unpack before you can get the proper translation. But let's see, do the whole thing.
Because one, however, was not able daily to bring food to the grave, one had them painted onto the walls of the grave.
Good. And this is directional accusative, which gives it a sort of a vivid sense of onto the walls. You could imagine someone in those graves painting those pictures. And even today, you can go into those 2 or 3 floors or below the pyramids, and some of the pyramids, and the paintings on the walls are still as vivid as very bright colors still. It's just amazing. Okay. Next sentence. Die wichtigste Vorsorge für den Toten war die Erhaltung seines Körpers durch die Mumifizierung. Go ahead.
Die wichtigste Vorsorge für den Toten war die Erhaltung seines Körpers durch die Mumifizierung.
Good. So this means a provision. And where's the verb?
Var.
Good.
Yeah, just var.
So, and where's the subject?
Vorsorge.
Yeah, the provision. So the provision was, and this just connects a predicate noun, which is what? Was the
Erhaltung.
Yeah, was the maintenance or the Erhaltung of his body. Okay, let's see. What else do we need? Durch takes what case? Always
accusative.
Good. Always accusative through the mummification process. Okay, the whole thing.
So the most important provision for the dead person was the maintenance of his body through the mummification.
Perfect. Yeah. Here's a st is the superlative here, so you translated that correctly. The most important provision, etc. Next sentence. In bis zu 70-tägiger Arbeit. See if you can pronounce that. Go ahead.
In bis zu 70-tägiger Arbeit.
And I didn't mean the challenge for you, Daniela. I meant for everybody listening, because I mean you're pronouncing things really greatly, but this is a little bit tricky to say. And I hope you all. In fact, we heard you repeating that, and you did a marvelous job. Okay. Würde der Leichnam embalsamiert? Everybody.
Würde der Leichnam embalsamiert.
Und in Leinen gewickelt.
Und in Leinen gewickelt.
Good. So where's the verb complex?
Würde embalsamiert.
Good. Right here, würde and embalsamiert. And there's another past participle that goes with würde.
Gewickelt.
Gewickelt. Yeah. So and this is plural. What's the subject?
Der Leichnam.
Yeah. Notice that when you have a prepositional phrase or anything adverbial, any adverbial item at the beginning of the sentence, the verb and the subject are reversed because the verb likes to be in the second position. So in this, würde der Leichnam. Okay, and it was embalmed and wound. That's how that would be. And this is up to the 60th, to 60 days. I'm sorry, 70 days. 70 Tage, and 70-day work. Okay, translate.
In up to 70 days of work, the corpse was embalmed and wrapped in linen.
Great. Next sentence. Nun erst konnte nach dem Glauben der Ägypter die Seele aus dem Jenseits in den Körper gelangen und ihn zu neuem Leben erwecken.
Nun erst konnte nach dem Glauben der Ägypter die Seele aus dem Jenseits in den Körper gelangen und ihn zu neuem Leben erwecken.
Okay, so this is a incredibly amazing sentence, and you really can only take it apart and see it revealed, its meaning revealed, by following our procedure that we're employing. So where's the verb complex?
Konnte gelangen.
Good, yeah. Konnte gelangen. This means gelangen means to reach something. Um, so this means he, using a pronoun, he was able to reach. And what's the subject?
Um, die Sila.
Die Seele, die Seele. So here you have a prepositional phrase, nach dem Glauben der Ägypten. So the core sentence cannot be found in any prepositional phrase, which you know now. So here, this is the only thing that's remaining because aus dem Jenseits, these are all prepositional phrases. So your core sentence is die Seele was able to reach. It's good. And then where's the next verb?
Erwecken.
Erwecken. So könnte serves as the helping verb also for this um, actually infinitive. It was able to awaken. So to reach and to awaken. It was able to awaken. And then what's the direct object of erwecken?
Um, Leben.
No, this is a part of a prepositional phrase. Right here. In, it was able to. It was the soul was able to awake him, i.e., the body, actually. Okay. Let's see. Why don't you translate that? Now, just another point here. This means from aus dem Jenseits, so from that which is beyond. And here's a directional accusative, in den Körper, which gives us a key about the meaning of this sentence, which means into the body. So it was able to now the soul, and then nach dem Glauben, nach just means not toward, but it also means according to. So according to the belief of the Egyptians, the soul was able to reach into the body, directional accusative, from that which is jenseits, that which is beyond, and it was able, the soul was able, according to the belief of the Egyptians, to awaken him or it, i.e., the body, to a new life. So, if you just go over the sentence very quickly, you don't get any really effect of how it's written. I mean, the sentence is written in just a very beautiful way. But go ahead and translate the whole thing.
Only now, according to the belief of the Egyptians, was the soul able to reach into the body from that which is beyond, and then awaken him to new life.
Good. Yeah. You added then, but that's fine. And awaken and was able to awaken it, the body, to a new life. Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, fantastic. And hope you were inspired by that. We certainly have been. And that concludes our 5-segment series on the pyramids. So hope to join us for another one of our sessions on the daily portion of German. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye bye.